Today I'm going to be talking about being self-employed, and I've been self-employed for a little minute now, so I've got a few things I definitely want to say. I've had a few people say to me, oh, it's wonderful that you're your own boss and you are able to do jobs and you must make loads of money and all that. And the reality is that you struggle to make a lot of money because you're given the same amount of hours as everybody else. And the price of everything is obviously going up and up and up. Petrol, parking, materials. I went into a shop the other day and saw a ceramic cartridge which goes into a tap, and it's just a handle on it as well. They wanted £54. The guy gave it to me for a half price, but the point of even it being that much, you start to wonder, what the hell can I charge? Because I need to charge people more money. And how it works for everyone who is self-employed is if you're not working, you're not making money. So having that stress linger over you for the time of your bills coming in is not a nice thing, because you think to yourself, I haven't got a lot left. And I've thought in my head many a times that I need to go back to getting a 9 to 5, and I need to go back to that type of lifestyle, because for me personally it is actually more comfortable, and I am able to plan more things in my life, because I feel every time I kind of chase this self-employed status for a while, my bills start to stack up, because you can't guarantee work all of the time. And that's just me being honest with myself. Yeah, don't get me wrong, you can try and sign up to a lot of these My Builder, all these other places, but I've seen people do it, and I can't say that it's a tried, tested, and it works. I can say it might work as a substitute for some people sometimes, but long term, I don't know. With any platform, anybody can remove you. Just like a YouTube video, just like an Instagram account, someone could remove your account from that platform, and then you'll no longer access to that way of how you made money. So that for me is like a red flag, because it doesn't show longevity. Yes, you can use these things to build. I think they're great to build rapport with customers and trying to get a little bit more customers. I can only say they're great because from what I've seen from other people, you know, what's golden nowadays for someone who's self-employed is to have Google reviews online. Google reviews online is so powerful for your business to stand out from others, just due to the fact of people searching and looking for companies online. And how people think is just, they see someone with 125 reviews, cool, I'm going to go for them, instead of someone who's got 10 or 5. It's a numbers game. But online is a numbers game anyway. And I feel when I broke down how much it cost, to run a company, how much money you have to invest within advertisement, leads and stuff like that, it's a lot. I know some people don't do that at all, but they can't say that they're in the same league as the other people who do that, because they're getting leads, whether they're not natural leads, but they are finding those customers, and the customers are finding those companies, because they do have higher turnovers than those who don't do. I'm just saying. But if I'm wrong and you do it or you don't do it, and you still, just let me know in the comment section, because that's a good point to bring up. But to my knowledge, I would think that I'm right. And if you stayed this far, you should subscribe, because I have these conversations with my audience and people who watch my channel, because my idea was always to be like self-employed and to be self-sufficient for myself. But I've realized how hard it is. And at my age of being in my later 30s, I'm more worried about time. And the time you don't make it, in my head, it's very hard to make up for the money what you're not getting. Like, if I know that I could get a day job and I could get like five quid, £6 a month, it's it's all right. It's not bad. You might be working a lot, but you're going to have, and you have enough to kind of build in this type of climate which we live in. Yes, that sounds like double someone's salary, but you need double someone's standard salary to be able to afford the other fruitful things in life, which are like houses, cars, kids and stuff like that, which as a male at this point in my life, I'm definitely looking at those things, and not being able to afford those things makes you think about other ways of how to make money, you know, and I'm not talking about anything illegal and I'm just talking about work in general. So you put yourself out there, but you still have to battle with the everyday price. There are people who are going to do stuff cheaper than you, and there's others who are not interested in paying the going rate. So you're battling with both of those two demons on each side. One person is saying to you, you know what? Got a guy that can do it for like £1,000 cheaper than you. Oh, okay, that's pretty cheap. You might as well give him my number, because I've got a few jobs where I can make a bit of money with him from now. And on the other side, you've got competing with other people who are out there. I think as a self-employed person, when you go and do quotes and someone asks you for like a breakdown of a job, that might take you a best part of 3 to 4 hours to do a quotation, a proper quotation, a breakdown, because prices go up and down, right? We done a guttering job most recently, and the price of the guttering now to the price of the guttering a year ago is a difference. I know that myself, you know, due to materials, due to demand, due to all of these things, due to like flipping where we are in England at the moment, you know, what England makes. If we don't make something and you have to import it, it's obviously going to cost more money. It's just how it is, isn't it? It puts a strain on everything. So you're now counting the pennies when it comes to a lot of jobs. And I feel that that's not obviously anywhere I wanted to be in life, but you can't always choose your position in life. You just got to kind of play your position. I've kind of worked that out from life experiences and from being a plumber, and realizing that I've got this extra side to me where I could just have this business running and I could make money. But I realized that the level of input, what it takes, at times I just don't have the time to do it. It's not even so much the patience, it's the time. Because getting out there early is not it's not up for debate. It's something what you got to do if you're self-employed. Like, I be in West End a lot, and my days, sometimes I get up at 5. I never thought I would hear myself say that, but as I've got older, I've got up earlier and earlier because I want to spend less time out driving. I mean, I done a video a little while ago, worked out to be like a month in West End, going to West End. And I had been doing that previously for the last 6 months. It's 2 hours in traffic, a minimum. 2 hours, it might be 2 hours and some change, sometimes 2 hours and 40 minutes. A day. But I obviously understand that for someone who lives in London like myself, West End is where the money's at. It's not anywhere else. So you got to take that L or suffer that consequence for working in that specific place, because the money's good. The money in other areas, it's okay, but it's just not what I want or what I need. So I can't be a person that says, oh, well, it's just not working out and all that. Sometimes you just got to do it for a bearable time until you get to a comfortable place. And I suppose being at a comfortable place is more my doings and my understandings. But when people have asked me about you know, what's it like and all that. I just told them it's difficult. It's very difficult. It's not something I would tell people to jump into if they've got a full-time job. If they feel like, oh, I can do it myself. I've saved 10, 15 grand. I've had that though. And through trying to have my time building myself up, yeah, I've had to spend on stuff. That money, it's gone on bills, gone on equipment, gone on stuff what I need. And now I've got to work my way back up. And it feels like I'm going backwards at some points. But the mission is always to stay focused and to keep going. You know, if stuff doesn't work out, I'll be back at a 9 to 5, because this sometimes feels like you're suffering in this way of work. Yes, it feels like a big branch of freedom, but you're always waiting and wondering, when's the next job? Is all my bills going to be all right? Got to keep going, got to keep going, got to keep going. Like there's been nights where I don't get home till like 7:30. No time for gym. It's just time to have a shower, watch a little bit of TV, turn that off and get back to sleep. You don't even have much time to do lovey-dovey or do that type of thing because you're tired anyway. And that's not always the life what I want for myself. You want life to be easier as you go older, because you have less energy. Like I have understood that type of game is a young boy's game, but that's where the bread is. I can't lie to you. The self-employed thing is you can make a lot of money. I've made good money working for people, and I've made decent money self-employed. But myself, I kind of limit myself, because I do work with my family member now, but I suppose taking on a lot more stress of the jobs would only kind of like push me over, if you get what I mean. I like the way it's set up at the moment because it does most of the pricing. Sometimes I get involved. I try to ask questions about it because other people's way of pricing can be different, but I have my own set prices as well. But I can't always implicate them when I'm working for other people, right? But I take on what they're doing and try and say, how can I integrate that with my thing? Or how can I learn from them what they're doing and bring it towards my own business? Because it's all about efficiency. It's all about trying to learn from others to make yourself better. And that's what I'm kind of using a lot of this time for, even though I've felt like, you know what, I need to get back into like a solid bit of thing, you know, because yeah, I just need it. Because your money isn't what it used to be. And the way money is coming in at the moment, it's not the greatest, but I'd be more than thankful for a little bit more. But I get up and do my graft as well. One part of it is I've got a lot of pride. And another part is that I know that I'm getting somewhere, even if it's not quick. You know, it's just a building process where it takes time. I've had to go through a few more hard times in life than I kind of ever wanted to do for myself. But it's taught me something, man. It's taught me that you got to have patience, and planning for the future is always necessary at every part of your life. I mean, £1,000 to me now, definitely need to be saving 600 of that. I would be more John Wick and be blowing quite a lot of it. But as I said earlier, I'm not in my 20s. I'm in my later 30s, where life is getting a lot more serious and you need to have something in the bank. So I just wanted to have this conversation with people, not to deter you from anything what you're going to do in the future. You know, if you're going to go for it with open arms. But I just feel that you got to have that life cycle on you to be able to fulfill that dream, because you might be doing it for 7, 8 years and not really get real motion out of it until the last 5, where you say to yourself, I've only got 5 years, and now you've done a 20, and those last 5 has probably been the greatest for you. But you always remember where you come from when you go through a little bit of struggle with things like this. I definitely do. It's definitely been character building for me. You know, I've seen myself early mornings where I'd never really be getting up that early at 5. I see myself late nights where I'm so tired, can't go gym, can't do nothing. I'm zomped. Made loads of content from it, because even though I do these sit down videos and stuff, yeah, and I enjoy them as well, the work is done on the field. That's it. I speak about my experiences because I think these experiences give me an insight into shit which either people just don't tap into or you don't hear often. So it's a voice coming from me, you know, something which I wanted to do for a long time, which is tell the truth about what you do. You know, I don't need to sugarcoat it. You know, everyone's job isn't lovely. You know, I have some days where I'm not really doing that much. And I feel like I could be doing a lot more, but I just don't force it. But I've realised over everything, time is limited. You know, and once you understand that time is limited, you actually have to get on with a plan of action. Or else this is going to cycle out of shape and you're just going to keep doing it for a while and realising you're not getting to where you need to be getting. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. If you've learned anything from what I've said, subscribe. If you've not understood anything, comment, because I will comment back to you guys. Appreciate you all for checking out this video. Like, share and subscribe, and turn on them notification bells for the next time when I'm dropping new videos just like this. Be great.